Now, when converting an image for use on the internet, there are several settings that'll be common to every conversion project. Number one is JPEG. You're going to convert to JPEG every time. Second is to convert that image into the sRGB color space. Now, the next setting is a little less certain, and that's image dimensions, or also image size. Now, you've got to check with the destination website to determine what those requirements are. Now, if you're putting it on your own website, make sure your image dimensions match as closely as possible to the final display environment for the final destination. If, however, you're attaching an image to an email, well, smaller is better. So let's see how all this works. And we're going to look at this image of Orlando, Florida at sunset. Now, this is a stitched panorama image, and so when I do my conversion, I want this image to look as good as it possibly can because I'm going to post it on my website. All right, so let's now take a look at it at 100% magnification, and you can see here that there's a lot of detail in here. This is a really, really high quality image. There's no noise. All the way to the edges of the image, everything looks really good. And let me just brag a little bit here and say that I shot this on a Pentax 645Z, which is a 50 megapixel medium format camera. So we've got really, really good quality here. I really love this image. So, of course, we want it to be displayed in as high a quality as possible. All right, so now the first thing we're going to do is convert this image into the sRGB color space. And we go Edit, Convert to Profile. Do not do Assign Profile. You'll have a big mess if you do that. Convert to Profile. And then we have the familiar dialog box that comes up, and we see that we processed the image in the ProPhoto RGB color space, which is what you're supposed to do, but we want to convert it to sRGB, and that's the destination space. Now, if you want to check and see if there's going to be a mismatch, go ahead and go before and after, and we see no change in the image whatsoever, and that's a good thing, okay? Go ahead and hit OK, and now we're in the sRGB color space. Next thing we're going to do is change the image dimensions, and we come up here and go to Image, Image Size, and we'll see this dialog box. Now let's talk here a little bit about image size. Now, if I'm going to put this on my gallery website, again, I want this thing to look really, really good. So I'm going to put it in at 3,000 pixels on the long edge. And you might think that's a bit large, but consider the fact that some of the most sophisticated computer monitors are now 5K. As of this production date, Apple has the iMac Pro that has a display that's in 5K, roughly about 5,100 megapixels in size. And as time passes, computer monitors are going to get more and more sophisticated. The resolutions are going to continue to increase, and you want that image to look as good as it possibly can on those kinds of monitors. Now, granted, not a whole lot of people have 5K monitors, but you want to process for the highest possible quality that someone would view the image, and then everything else below that is just gravy, if you understand what I mean. Now, here are the settings that you're going to use. Number one, the resolution, you're going to change this to simply 100. Now, you're saying to yourself, it should be 72. Well, that's the old standard. That was a standard that was developed during the days of CRT computer monitors. You remember those cathode ray tube monitors that looked like TVs, big, heavy, large things? We don't use those anymore. And so now computer monitors, as I mentioned before, are going up to as high as 5K. So you want to go to 100 on your resolution. Now, here's the tricky part. Now, see this box that says resample? You're going to uncheck that, and notice that the image went back to its original dimensions of 122 inches wide. This is a 10-foot image. We're going to recheck the sample box, okay? Now, when you reset the sample box, notice the image does not revert back to its smaller previous state. It stays its maximum size. So then we go to inches, pixels, and we're going to change the width 3,000, and notice when I change the width, the height changes automatically, yet the resolution stays at 100, and that's a good thing. Go ahead and hit OK, and this is the full view of the image, and notice how good it looks. Now we're ready to do our final conversion into a JPEG, and we come up to File, Save as. Do not do export. Save as. You have more control over the final output. And let's go ahead and navigate to the directory that we want this to go into. Right here. And please forgive the fact that I don't have the proper titling up here like I taught you to do. Do as I say do, not as I do. But I did this in a hurry. So anyway, what you do is come down to this dialog box right here, and you're going to choose JPEG. Double check to make sure that you're in the sRGB color space, which we are down here. You're going to hit save. Do I want to replace? Yes, I do. And this is the final step. This is the JPEG options dialog box. Now you'll see this slider right here, and you'll say small file or large file. Now you might think initially that you should choose small file, but that's not what you need to do. You want to stay up here at large file. Now notice I'm not all the way to the top, quality of 12. The difference in image quality between 10 and 12 is negligible. You can't tell the difference between an image saved at 12 or at 10. So go ahead, make the concession to file size once again, and save your image at a quality of 10. The more you go down this scale, the higher the compression and the more damage you do to the image. So in no case at all whatsoever, there is no use for an image that's compressed this much. It's just going to look horrible. So you always want to stay right at about 10. Now there might be some websites that say, no, give us a compression rate of 8. Go ahead and do that. It's still going to look good, but not as good as it will at 10. So that's where I'm going to save everything, is right about 10. Forget all this stuff. Just let that be default. You don't even need to consider it. Go ahead and hit OK. And now your image is ready to upload to the website. Now let's back up. We've converted to the profile, at least I think. Let's go ahead and check. Come down and convert to profile. And yes, we're in sRGB. So we're going to come up to image size. And let's do the same thing again. So we're going to make it a little smaller. And we're going to change this to 100. We're going to uncheck and then recheck this sample box. Come up to pixels. Change this to, let's say we're going to send this on the internet, go to 1000. Hit OK. And that's full view of the image. Again, don't sharpen. Doesn't need it. You'll just damage the image if you do. Again, come up to File, Save As, and we're going to navigate to the directory we want to be in, which is right here. Going to convert this to JPEG. Make sure we're in the sRGB. Hit Save, and yes, 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 yes. And now we have the last step, which is to make sure that we're saving as a quality of 10. Right here, hit OK, and you're ready to go. And it's as simple as that. Just make sure you're converting it to JPEG, and make sure you're going to be in the sRGB color space, and make sure to check the destination website in terms of their required image dimensions. It's as simple as that in Photoshop.